I think what we did really well was we had really good communication throughout, both player to player and coach to player. So I wouldn't really classify anything as a negotiation with what we did. Kevin came to us with his plan, laid out. We had never had an off season with Kevin, so we don't know how Kevin usually holds off season program. And Kevin laid out our plan, especially to the leadership and the older players, asked some questions, just clarifications. And then after that, we let everybody know that this is a decision that each individual player is going to make. We're not telling anybody they can't go. We're not telling anybody they have to go. This is a voluntary program. And like I said earlier, you make the decision on what you feel is right. And we made it clear to everybody when we get back here in person for mandatory stuff, you got to be ready to go. And if you feel like you're going to be more ready to go by staying where you're at, training where you're at, and doing it on your own time, then do that, because that's better for the team. And if you feel like you want to be in the building and doing things here, and that's going to make you ready to go when we get to mandatory stuff, then do that. And there was no, I don't think, pressure to do either. It was just do what you think is in your best interest, and that was it. So we know the type of guy Kevin is in this organization, so we knew he wasn't going to, kill us, or he was going to have a pretty good program put into place. So once we saw it, it was just each person's decision under the CBA that they can either volunteer to go or volunteer not to go.
And did you have any, obviously you stayed away, and virtually the entire starting offense stayed away, and that's your right, as you've explained and emphasized this offseason. But did you have any qualms about teammates who did show after you guys put out that statement saying you'd exercise the right not to attend?
No, a bunch of guys reached out to me just to talk through it, and I told them, like, this is your decision. I'm here if you have any questions, but if you feel like it's in your best interest to be there, be there. I don't think there's any pressure, or I'm definitely not mad at anybody for coming. I think we laid that out very clearly. We had our own calls with just players that we can talk about it just as a group, and we made it. And we made it really clear that, we're a team, and there are no hard feelings either way. For the guys that came in and the guys that stayed away, there should be no hard feelings for the guys that stayed away, and vice versa. The guys that came in shouldn't be upset the guys stayed away. This is each person's making their decision that they feel is going to make them the best player. And if we all make that decision and all become back as the best players possible, then the team's better because of it.
All right, we're going to take two more. Mary Kay Cap, Scott Petrick.
Yeah, JC, I've got two questions I wanted to ask here. And I kind of asked these on the NFLPA call the other day, but I want to get your thoughts on them if possible. The first one,